What's up, guys? Anthony here with Davin Avenue, and today we are going to be making a all over print t-shirt mock-up for your t-shirt business. How about that? So it's real easy to do, guys. This right here is basically basic. Now perhaps at a later time I can do a video, a more in-depth video showing you how to separate shadows, do some distortions, make it look more realistic. All right, cool. So only thing we have to do now is go to File, hit Open. Of course, drag in your file. I already have my file pulled in. Now you can use any size document you like. I always say the bigger the better, because when you're scaling, if you have to scale down to place your photos on different platforms, it's easier to do. But if you make it a small document and you have to make it bigger, then that's when you start adding distortion, start to look cartoony and blocky, etc. So that's not what we want. So my document here is 4,000 by 4,000 pixels. Now I just want you guys to pay attention to this, okay? My mind works in horizontals and verticals, okay? So the easiest way for me to explain this, and the easiest way to understand this, is when you're working with documents, specifically inside of Photoshop, the first layer is the bottom layer, and anything above that and above that and above that, etc., are top layers, okay? So this right here is considered our bottom layer. And so what we'll do over here is go grab our document or photo, whatever you're doing, pull this over and drop this on top of the shirt. So it's on top of the shirt, right? Okay, see, now if anybody looked at this and say, well, that don't really look realistic, what are we gonna do about that? So first things first, let's head over to our keyboard, hit Alt, and click in between these two layers, the bottom and the top layer. And there we go. So that's basically it. So in order for us to add a background, which would be considered in this case the bottom layer, so we would head down here, this little square that says create new layer. We click on that. And let's just pull this down to the very bottom. Okay, now let's head over here. We just wanted any color. We'll pick any color. Black will be fine. Now let's head on up here to our paint bucket tool, which you can also get to by pressing G on your keyboard. It's a keyboard shortcut. So we'll do that and drop it right there. Now, of course, there's 1,000 ways to do things in Photoshop. Everyone has their unique style of how they use Photoshop. So this right here, we can double click on it if we want to change the color. We can hit color overlay, head on up here, and just if we wanted to choose red, or if we wanted to choose a color from the document, we can do that as well. Hit OK. OK again. I think that looks good. Nice contrast there. So now there's something that's bothering me. So I don't really look realistic. What are we going to do about that? Okay, so what we can do here is head on up to our top layer, which is your design layer. Let's click on that. Okay. Now we need to create a layer mask. So what we'll do, with our document selected, which in this case would be our design, we'll just hit the layer mask. And what this does is it lets the software know if you want to hide something or bring that something back. Okay, so these two little foreground colors and background colors are your best friend in this particular instance. So just understand that white hides and black reveals. Okay, so what we'll do is with the white on the top, this is the one we have selected here. So what we'll do is we'll grab a eraser tool. Let's see. Make it any size you like, and let's just go up here and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Wanted to erase this. That's gone. That's gone. And that's gone. Now if we wanted to bring it back, we can just swap the colors and it brings it right back. So it's non-destructive. You don't have to worry about losing any information. So now the only thing you have to do, if you have lines, for instance, the seam part of the t-shirt, you can always mask those out. See that? So that way it looks super duper realistic. Nobody would ever know. Just checking the work here. And that is looking real good. I am satisfied with this. Looks good. Now, of course, you have it to your liking. Only thing you have to do at this point, head up to File, click Save As or Export, however you want to do it, and then bounce it out to a JPEG or PNG file, upload it to your website, and you just created your first all-over print mock-up from scratch. And like I said earlier, just remember, guys, this is a basic version. We'll get into some detail in a later video. Always remember, though, before we get out of here, everything that you need to know is always in the description. Now, remember, the reward is in the journey. And also, trust your timing. Peace.